Last day of September, so I really need to start accepting the fact that winter is coming, a long cold winter is coming, and that I need to get ready for that. So I'm gonna work on being a little ant and preparing for winter by cutting the wood. As you can see, I've done already most of it. I actually got some help for that, which I was really grateful, and I also been able to borrow a good chainsaw because I have 3 chainsaws and none of them work. It's really frustrating. So yeah, I need to finish cutting the wood, then split the wood, move the wood, and stack the wood. Have about 15 to 20 trunks to cut under that tarp over there. I'm gonna do that another day, because if I don't organize this, I'm not gonna have any space to move at all. And I love the idea of heating up the house with wood. It's really romantic. I love the sound of the wood crackling and the smell of the wood burning. It's just lovely. But if you are making your own wood, it takes, you're not making it, you're cutting it and preparing it. It takes forever. This is the wood that I've got left from last year, and there is no way I'm moving all of those, but I am moving the bigger pieces. If you live in a condo and never heat it up with wood, you might not know that wood has to cure before you put it in the stove. So for example, if you cut a tree right now and you try to burn it, it's gonna be moist, full of water inside, so it's not gonna burn well. So you have to let the wood cure for, they say, 1 to 2 years. It kind of depends on the size and of the kind of wood before you can burn it. So this wood is ready, it's good, and that wood that I just cut, it's actually okay because I think it's been cut last year, so it's fairly dry, but it has been under the weather, so it needs to dry out a little bit more. And that's that. I didn't know all those things when I first moved here. I didn't know that you had to cure wood. I just thought that you could just cut it and put it in the wood stove. But no, everything is more complicated than you think.
I know I cannot see it through. I got my head on straight so you can pass the blues. Biscuits in my little tooth. I got this throbbing headache, better not choose. Ace my test, I guess that I'm the best. I guess that I'll be better rest. I just can't get over this fire I've set, so I'm gonna take this fire and throw it off the edge. And all I
Luca doesn't really like when I say hello in Italian because he thinks there's gonna be an intruder. Let's see if it works. Ciao! It makes me laugh. Ciao! Mwah. I'm gonna take a quick tea break and I'm gonna practice, drum roll, my Irish, which I am aware that Irish isn't a very useful language outside of Ireland, but since I would love to travel over there hopefully next year, then I thought I could start laying the groundwork right now. I did think that I possibly could go to Ireland this winter through house sitting, but since Zuka doesn't seem to be wanting to move out anytime soon, then I will be spending the winter here. If you've been watching me for a while, then you'll know that I'm a huge fan of the Rosetta Stone approach in learning languages. I've done their Portuguese course, I've learned a few phrases in Greek for when I was in Greece, in German, and now I'm taking the Irish course, and I also tried the Turkish and Farsi courses, but for now I think they're a little bit too challenging for me, so I'm gonna leave those ones for later on. The app uses a similar approach to how we learned our mother tongue. It taps into your natural ability to learn new languages by making you connect images to words and sounds, and it doesn't use any translations, it doesn't make you memorize long lists of vocabularies, and it does give you feedback on a pronunciation, which I think is the coolest and most fun part of the app. So you can practice saying those words in the comfort of your home before you try it in real life, which I know for experience that it can be super daunting. Tá siad ag cócaireacht. Rosetta Stone offers a lifetime subscription which allows you to access all of the 24 language courses for life. That means that you can learn multiple languages over the course of your life at your own pace. Winter can leave me feeling deflated and sluggish, and I think that learning a new language can make it more bearable by thinking of the travels that you're gonna go in spring and summer and like you have a goal. I'm pretty sure that I'm not the only one that feels like this, so if you would like to try the Rosetta Stone app, then you can get 50% off on all subscription, including the lifetime subscription, by clicking the link in the description bar. Day 2 of wood preparation. Yesterday I finished moving the old wood to the closest to the house, and today I'm gonna be using the wood splitter. I'm gonna show you how it works. It's a lot of fun to use.
Stop the battle within your soul. You know it's all in your head. Being sad doesn't make you smile.
It's the last one, then I'm done. I am done. Woohoo. Oh damn. Got a seat. This is the stack of wood that hopefully is gonna keep me warm this winter, and I really thought that I'd be able to stack it all in this tiny area, but I doubt that's gonna work. But anyway, that is a problem for tomorrow. I started stacking the wood yesterday and I realized I definitely don't have enough space here, so I think I'll have to go this way. And I actually looked online for other ways of stacking wood, and I saw that you can make like a round pile, and it looks really cool, but the ground over here is not really even, and I don't want to move the wood somewhere else, so I think that for this year I'm just gonna place it here, and perhaps next year I can try that round thing. That looks really fun to make. It is so satisfying seeing the wood all stacked up over here. It's like I don't even want to touch it. I don't want to take the wood to heat up the house. I just want to leave it like this because it's so aesthetically pleasing. In the last few months, a lot of things have happened, and I've been feeling like my life lately has been solving a problem, and then another one comes up, solving that problem, then another one comes up. Kind of not enjoy what's out here. Like, I live in a beautiful place, I have a wonderful life, I'm so happy, got a really nice dog, goofy dog, yet I find myself in this hole of worry where I just have to like fix things very quickly, and yeah, I get very overwhelmed and stressed. And I was thinking how sometimes on the internet especially, this kind of lifestyle is very much how do you say that, what's the word, idealized, and they make it look like it's so easy and fun and it's so relaxing, it's so peaceful living in nature. And I know that every kind of lifestyle has its stressors and problems, but I just want to be honest with you and let you know that like all the issues that you have in a normal life, you will bring with you in whichever lifestyle you have. I've saw this with van life as well a lot, with a lot of people say like, okay, I'm gonna ditch everything, go living in a van and everything's gonna be wonderful, and then they do it and they realize that not everything is so easy and fun. And I think that the same thing is happening with like rural living and homesteading and all of that. And I'm the first one that was very naive in getting into this lifestyle, because I had no clue of like how many things can go wrong, even just with the garden. Like I honestly thought in my head that like in 1 year, 2 years I would have an abundant garden with so much produce and I wouldn't have to buy much from the shop in terms of, you know, fresh veggies and stuff. And I realized how much more complicated it is, how many like insects and bugs and illnesses can ruin your crops, and you know, like all the issues that your soil can have and you have to fix. And yeah, it's just not all roses, as I would say. I mean, I wouldn't trade it for the world. I love it, but I just think that a lot of people get into it without really knowing what they're getting into it, and they think that maybe a different lifestyle than what they have is going to solve all their problems and they're going to be happy and content, and that's just not the case. But other than that, I'm gonna go and clean the stove. I need to clean the chimney outside like I did last year. I don't think they are that dirty, but honestly, better safe than sorry. Worst case scenario, my house could go on fire, so I think it's better to do it. And also I bought a polish for the outside of the stove. It's like a black polish to give it more like a refreshed look, because right now my stoves are looking pretty rough. So let's go do that. This is the kitchen stove, and as you can see, it's looking a little rough. It's getting quite rusty, and honestly I just haven't been taking really good care of it. This was really hard to get because I think it's an American product, and it's supposed to like give that black new look to the stove. So I'm really looking forward to use this, although I did hear some reviews that it does leave a really strong chemical smell, so I hope that it's not going to be too bad. As best as I could and rubbed away most of the rust, and now I'm gonna go in with the stove polish. You're just supposed to rub it in with like a cloth. Polish seems to do its job in terms of evening out the color, making it more black, but I really think that it was supposed to be used with only cast irons. And for this kind of stove, which is just, I think that the metal has just been painted with black and underneath is like silver, so it must be some kind of iron, and it's not covering it super well. So I think for this you're supposed to just use the the varnish, like the spray varnish, which I really didn't want to use because it just feels like very toxic-y kind of thing. But I think that to retouch those parts here, I will have to resort to some varnish. But anyway, I'm gonna mount the doors again, and then I might be giving it another layer just to see if it covers a little bit better. Yesterday I finished polishing the wood stove, and I did the other one on the living room as well. And I think the other one was a little bit better because I think that is a cast iron, at least the top. Anyhow, I cleaned the chimney as well, and also I was able to kind of cover the parts that where the metal was showing off by just applying it with a brush and letting it dry. It's not totally even, but I don't have a lot of light in this room, so you're not gonna be able to see it. And I need to fire them up so that the polish can bake in. But before I do that, I need to go out and clean the chimneys from the outside as well. That is a job that you need to do every year, so let's go do it. Last year, I don't know if you remember, there was a huge nest of wasps. I really hoped that I don't have to deal with that this year as well. I don't see any wasps, but there's a lot of chimichurri, which I know that a lot of British people especially don't know. I don't know if they are common in the US. This is a chimichurri, and it's an insect that if you crush it, if you kill it, it really smells horrible. And I didn't know that they could live longer than a year. And so during the winter, when it's getting cold, they come in the house to look for heat and warmth, and so my house is full of them, and I have to be so careful when I go down to the bathroom at night to not crush one of them. The last tiny tomatoes of the season. The next project that I need to finish is this drywall over here. You might not remember, but before there was no drywall. It ended up about there, and there was just a big hill of material that didn't look very nice, and so I continued the drywall to here so that it looks more cohesive. Like, look at this. And to do that, you might remember that I had to remove some stumps, one here, one there, and actually I removed 5 over there, which was a pain in the butt. I also added a set of stairs. This way I don't have to go all around the house to be able to access the orchard. I can just cut through. To finish this up, I just need to place those flat stones to create a path. Next year I might add a smaller set of stairs over there. So happy to be nearly done with this project, because although it doesn't look like a huge wall, it took me forever. Like, if you were to consider the stump removal, it's been 2 years that I've been working on this, because there was few issues to solve, and I couldn't find the right stones for the stairs as well. I think that if I was to just have done the wall, it would have took me less time. And I know that now it looks a bit funny with the wood chips, the wood dust on top, but I've done that because I want to mulch the area so that it's ready for bulbs. I want to put lots of different bulbs here, and I was actually thinking of doing that lasagna layer so that you put different bulbs at different depths, so you have bulbs blossoming at different months of the year. For now, I'm definitely set with tulips and daffodils. I was thinking of crocuses as well for like autumn. You actually need a lot of bulbs if you want to have a nice looking garden, so I've been saving for that. I think that I should plant them before the end of October, like start of November, if I want to have them by next year. Hopefully they'll come up. So let me know if you have any suggestions of what kind of bulbs I should put down, and also if you have a site where to buy big quantities of them. I found a few Italian sites, but the cheaper one seems to be the Netherlands ones. So anyway, if you have any suggestions, I am a taker. Seduto, resta, resta. Zuka was so excited to go for a walk that he just shoot off through the forest. We definitely need to work on his patience. Anyhow, I hope you enjoyed this video, and don't forget to go and check out the Rosetta Stone app by clicking the link in the description bar. You will get a really nice discount, and Shalom Gafoil!